Last we left our heroes, you guys had traveled across the mountain a little ways, and in a town a little bit larger than. Let me pull up my notes. I think I wrote down the name down here somewhere. But you guys traveled to another town a bit larger than the one with the vampires. Let's see, I'm not well prepared here. White Ridge, a bit larger than White Ridge. And in front of the inn, you saw pretty much a bounty board filled with different requests to clear out bandits and to deal with whatever creatures are currently attacking caravans further up the mountains. It was said that they normally strike at night, but sightings have been more frequent lately. So you guys decided to deal with the bandits first, clearing out an ambush on the road, and then after beating some information, well, not beating, but interrogating one of the elves, you found their base in the woods. When you guys got some mercenaries to help you, paying them off, and set to siege this camp. Daoji traded a bottle of some of his finest alcohol to an ogre to acquire its help. The ogre rampaging, you guys managed to clear out most of them before the mage came out, and you guys dealt with them pretty well, all things considered. You returned to town. Did you guys collect your reward last time, or?
No, we didn't go back and collect anything yet.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we haven't left the elven little encampment yet.
That's right. So you guys stay in the encampment collecting your heads. How would you like to proceed?
Yep.
Want to go back and turn that shit in.
Right.
Yep.
So.
And last time we did give some of the loot to the mercenaries. So as soon as we get back to town, we're just gonna ditch them and head back to turn in our heads.
Yeah. So the mercenaries, one of their guys went down. They resuscitate him, and you guys travel back to town. They say their pieces, and they go back to the inn, spend their gold, and rest. You guys, I'm assuming, are heading to the mayor. So you head to the manor in town. After a couple knocks, the same small man approaches the door that you guys had talked to the night before when turning in your captors, or your prisoners. He opens the door and says, "Oh, yes, you again. So, what can we do for you here?"
We are here to fulfill our bounty on these elves. We have the rest of their heads here, and I'll present them with the head of the mage leader. This one was especially disliking the situation.
Yeah, if you want to go check for yourself, and I'll tell them where the camp was.
His face goes pale, seeing the heads. He says, "Oh, yes, yes, that'll be good. Please put that away." Right. See the. Here, I'll lead you down the road. You'll see an armory. Some guards are currently guarding it. It's the elongated building. It's shaped like an L. The quartermaster there, I'll present you with some gold, and the merchant who placed the bounty had another reward that he's currently holding for us. One moment, he goes back inside, and after a few moments, brings
squirrely little man, is he?
Yeah,
bit
he's
squeamish,
a bit finicky.
but he comes back out a little while later with a sack of gold, and he says, "Here you are. It was 50 gold ahead. So you guys had dealt with, you said 20 in the camp, and So that should...
We dealt with 35 elves in total.
Right. So 20 in the camp. And then the others. So that totals up to
Yes.
1,750 gold for that. And the quartermaster down the way has another item for you that the merchant uh, graced us with.
Very well then. We will go and see him, and on the way, I'll split the take with Daoji and oh yeah, Ellie.
All right.
583 gold.
You do that, Ellie puts hers in her sack. So, traveled on the way. After presenting them, telling them about your situation, the guards, the quartermaster comes out to meet you. Says, dealt with them damn elves then, did you?
Yes, invariably.
Well, mayor down the way, he gave me this to hand out to anyone who did that. Here you are. And he hands you a, seems like a nicely crafted steel sword.
Oh,
Says, don't know where he got it from, but nicely balanced. Man like yourself, seems like you could use one of these anyways.
yeah. I'll take it from him and give it a little test.
It's a +2 steel sword, so it should be a decent upgrade from your
How is Ellie's sword actually?
Ellie sword.
Yeah.
It's just a kind of just a run-of-the-mill long sword, really.
I'll present her with the longsword since I do have my special silver sword.
She takes it and looks at you and says, "Are you sure, Arthur?"
Yes, yes, you've more than earned this.
Oh,
Ellie's made thousands of gold from this venture.
yeah.
Yes.
Holy
Wow.
hell.
Need to pump up her crits.
All right. If you say so, then I won't turn it down. She takes hers out of the sheath and sheaths the new one. Oh, feels a lot better than this one, anyways. A lot lighter.
Suits you. And of course, we will continue training so that you get better. Better than you already are. I will admit you picked up a thing or two.
Well, you did show me a couple things back in Tarbaron.
Did handiwork on that vampire and me. Still won't forget that.
Well, you did tell me to strike when they're least suspecting.
Yes. Very well. So we see what else is around town.
All right. Anything in specific you're looking for? Or you just looking around?
Weren't there a couple more postings on the bounty board? I thought I wrote them down, but I didn't.
Let's see.
No,
Actually,
it was just the bandits and the elves, right? But they were one and the same.
Yeah, it was a couple, talking about bandits, which turned out to be the elves, and then there were the what was described as wyverns
Oh yeah.
in the mountains.
do they have any alchemists in this town?
Sure, you could find one, yeah.
I want to go look for one.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, it doesn't take you too long. Like I said, it's not a huge town, but being close to the forest, they've got a lot of materials on hand, so you can, there's an alchemy shop or two around.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into one and inquire about some health potions. I'm out of them at the moment.
Okay. So as you push open the door, you see a younger gentleman, a bit on the heavier side. He's got a nice vest on. As you approach, he looks up from his workbench, slides his two vials to the side, and says, "Right. health potions in.
Yeah, and health potions, and if you ever got that special stuff, under the table, whatever you got.
I've got a couple of things. As far as health potions go, he excuses himself and says, "Let me go get the crate out from the back." So he heads to the door.
Daoji,
Go
he,
ahead.
he likes to go around and touch things, so he's playing with files and stuff.
Okay, good to know. So as you're looking around, touching vials, you've got one kind of held up as he comes back in. He says, "Be careful with those, son. Some of them are poisonous."
That's fine, actually. I can't be poisoned. And I give him a big shitting grin.
Known a couple people to say that, but, well, they took the stuff. It didn't kill them all just the same, but he puts the crate down and says, "I have enough stuff to make, your run-of-the-mill healing potions." He takes takes some of the vials and sets them out of the crate. Says, "And here, what I call greater healing potions." He sets some more outside the crate. "And we just got a shipment in. We have to outsource these, you see. I have to order some special herbs don't grow around here. I've got a couple of superiors."
How many superiors do you have?
Right now, I only had enough to make 3.
How much do those run you?
Well, let me see here. Pulls out his ledger. By that, I mean the DM has to flip through some pages. Here we are. Now, superiors run around 500 a pop. They're
Gold?
gold, yes. They're expensive little buggers to make.
Well, shit, man. Alright, how much for graders then?
Graders are only going to run you 100. The
Damn.
regular ones, 50.
Well, shit. I'm gonna pass on those then. That's really expensive, man. But, you got anything, like, special? Like, alright, listen, there was a stuff I got back in the city. It was called Iron Skin Potion. You have anything similar to that?
Let's see what I got here. I've got tinkering around with a few things in the back, and I've got let's see here. Here we go. So my last shipment, got the nice stuff to make one of these. He puts out one vial. You can see it's a crimson liquid, and it's pulsing with this dull light, calling to mind. It's like a heartbeat the way it's pulsing. He says, "I like to call this one a potion of vitality. For the next 3 days, when you drink this, whenever you rest, you'll gain the maximum number of hit points for any hit die you spend." Very expensive to make, though. It'll run you a bit. Here, he pulls out another one. These, it's not quite like the Iron Skin, but these will give you resistance to different types of damage.
Oh, yeah?
And he pulls a few to the side and says, "This one here, a nice blue liquid. He says this one will protect you from cold. This one fire." He pulls out a red liquid. "This one here, acid." He pulls out a sickly green liquid. These are pretty easy to make, though. They won't run you too much.
How much are the 3?
For all 3 of them, 150 gold.
Alright, I'll take those.
Alright, here you go.
So, potions of resist cold, fire, and acid.
Those will last roughly 2 hours once you drink
Alright.
them. So, last a little while. If you get into a tangle, they'll definitely last you the encounter.
I'm gonna pipe up. I was in the corner perusing the shelves the whole time. Would you be willing to sell me any of your recipes? Somewhat of a budding alchemist myself.
Mike could do that. Depends what kind of potions you're looking to brew.
How about a recipe for your, as you called them, greater healing potion, and maybe those 3 resistance type potions.
Alright. I can scratch them down real quick. Let me think of what I want to sell them for. It's a request I haven't ever had anyone ask me.
I'll give you 500 gold up front.
I'll take that for the resistance, but 500 gold's the cost of a single potion, you see, for the well, not the graders. Graders were 100?
100.
Tell you what. I think we can work that out.
500 at a deal then?
Yeah, we can call her a deal.
Alright.
So he scratches out the ingredients in his ledger, rips out the page, and hands it to you. As you look them over, you know, as far as ingredients go, you could probably make these potions for about half of their normal price.
That is the goal.
Assuming you're buying the ingredients. But, give me 1 second. So, he, let's see. What should I say those were? Like 500 a pop?
That is all I need from here, I believe.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Yeah. Hang on, give me 1 sec if you don't mind. So as you, gonna leave, he says, now if you want any of these healing, if you buy them in bulk, I might be able to cut you a deal. So.
I gave Arthur a look like, this guy's a shyster. And...
I think you've made your money today. We're just gonna go rest up a bit. I appreciate it though.
Fair enough. So he takes his gold, puts his potions back up. So you guys head out the door.
I step out the door and I'm like, man, that guy wanted 500 gold for 1 healing potion. Can you believe that shit?
Well, I don't know what things tend to run in these lands, but for what I suppose that healing potion was, yes, I can believe it.
Man, it's ridiculous. Oh well. So, what now? You want to go hunt wyverns?
Well, I would like to rest first.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I'm at 39 health.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you guys didn't rest after that last encounter, did you?
Oh. Took some boo-boos from their mage.
Yeah, you might want to do that.
Alright.
So,
while Arthur rests, I want to go ask the tavern keep what he knows about the Crystal City.
Crystal City. I ain't never been out there myself, but I heard some rumors.
Like what?
Well, the way it got its name. See, some people tell me that their walls and their big keep they got made out of crystal.
You don't say.
Well,
I just reckon they mined some or something. That's where it got its name. But for them to be built out of the stuff, they must have had a hell of a lot of it.
that's pretty interesting.
Something else that man told me when he sold me the alcohol. Apparently, its mages at one point put up some protective measures. Could only see it at certain parts of the day. Even then, sometimes only on certain days. It's like a mirage of sorts, from what they tell me.
Do you mean that like it covers up the city and you can't see it?
Right. Like
Huh.
if you're on the outside trying to look in, sometimes you just can't see it. Invading armies, I'll just walk right past the thing, from what he told me. That was the point of it anyways.
That's good to know. I plan on going out there once I finish up helping my small little friend with her business.
Well, we've got some interesting things out there. Well, the desert, that's no joke to get across.
Hmm. Well, where I come from is actually, oh, there's a couple of deserts out there. Very hot. Oh well. Actually, from that map, didn't I have to cross the desert to get here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at him and say, I already crossed it once.
Huh. Well, must be made of some hardy stuff then.
Yeah. Yeah. I am. You're right. Uh, alright then. That's all I really wanted to know.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go actually sleep because I don't think I've rested in a bed for like a week now.
Yeah, it's probably been a minute. So you guys.
Before Arthur goes to sleep, I'm gonna read over the recipes. Would I have anything in my current stash of alchemy supplies?
Didn't you buy some supplies from?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you've got enough there to make a few different potions.
How about a fire and an acid resistance potion?
Yeah, I'd say you could brew one of each of those, and then maybe. Aventhy's a good guy. Let's call it 4 of those greater healings.
Enough to brew 4 greater healings?
That'd be pushing pretty much the limit of your supplies, but you have enough to do that.
Okay, so yeah, before I go to bed,
So I think you
I'll
gave him
brew.
like a good amount of money.
Yeah, 500.
Yeah, I'd say so. Cause
For brewing, isn't it like 100 gold or something like that?
hang on. Let me look
Because
at.
I know there is a thing for that.
I said it'd be. You could probably get this stuff at like half the cost, and you gave him 1,000. So let's see.
No, I gave him 500.
500. Sorry. So let's
Yeah.
see. If those graders were 100 a pop, and you can brew them.
So 50 gold each.
So let's see. Okay, so you'd be able to make. We'll call it 10 potions total.
Dang.
Because each of those were of uncommon rarity, so they were
Okay.
each around 100 a pop.
Yeah. So making it at half. So yeah, I'll make 6 greater healings and then a potion of fire and acid resistance.
Okay. That'll work.
Ooh, yeah, alchemy.
So before you sleep, you set your alchemy kit up on the table.
Yeah, I'm
Which
just going
is-
through the process I do every time I go to
Yep.
rest is make my mutagens again and then make now potions.
Yeah, so the room is very quickly filled with the scent of herbs, fire, and chemical as you brew your mutagens ready
Since
then
we're in
for
the
next
same
day.
room, Daoji stays up watching him for a little bit.
You are seeing a master at work. He's not even looking at vials and spices as he grabs them, throws them together and everything. It looks very practiced. He's done this for a very long time.
I suppose.
Right. You do that, you get your 6 greater healings, which are, let me pull that page up again real quick so I can tell you what those are, because I don't remember off the top of my head.
Aren't they
Graders are 44 plus 4.
44?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep, and with that, I will hire for the night.
Alright. So, is everyone resting now?
Yep.
Yep.
So, you guys spend the night patching up your wounds, sleeping in a bed for once, and the night passes unmolested. So, as morning comes, you guys are healed up and raring to go.
Bitchin', I front flip off my bed and wake Arthur up at the crack of dawn. Arthur, hey man, I want to go. I want to go fight some wyverns. I'm pumped up.
Very well. Let's rouse the girl.
All right, I'll go over and karate kick her door. Ellie, hey, it's Wyvern Day.
You know there's a handle, Daoji. God.
I don't open it.
Oh,
I
sorry.
just kick it.
Thought you meant like you fucking busted the thing down.
No, I just open
Okay,
it.
I got you.
I mean, I just kick it.
Alright, so she says, I'll be coming in a minute.
All right, and I'll dive headfirst down the stairs.
The fuck?
Alright.
She's a fucking spaz in the mornings.
After a moment, she rouses herself and pushes her door open.
You know, the thing is that Daoji goes days without sleep at a time, so when he actually gets sleep, he's got
He's
energy.
fully energized. Just everywhere.
Woo! As Ellie comes out, she looks to you and says, I didn't know Daoji was such a morning person.
Yeah. I think this is the first time I've ever personally seen it sleep.
Now that you mention it, I think so.
The other time was in Greyback's Manor after we killed him.
Oh yeah, that is right.
As you guys are walking down the stairs, she asks you, do you know anything about wyverns?
I've fought a few in my day. We don't have much of a problem with them, you see. There's a family of nobles that took it upon themselves to hunt every single dragon in Thedas out of existence. So they are a rare occasion.
Are wyverns?
But I have fought a few.
Are wyverns dragons?
We consider them dragons. I don't know about folk.
Oh, okay.
If anything, they're not the same type of wyvern that I may be thinking of.
I haven't ever seen them, so can't tell you too much. So as you guys make it down the stairs,
Just checking though. Would I know anything about wyverns? I'd like to see if I can recall anything about
roll a history check.
wyverns. I think I get advantage. Hold on, let me read that. Recalling information. Now I think that's only if I'm tracking that creature. Yeah, no, that's only if I'm tracking that creature. Alright, so nature. Fuck, 8.
You vaguely recall having a conversation with... I can't remember their names. Let me pull it up, sorry. It's not on this. What was the name of your werewolf warden again?
Rand.
Rand. You vaguely recall having a conversation with Rand about his, uh, when he was coming back into town, about his job where he had taken dealing with the wyvern. But the events that night, you weren't focusing entirely on the conversation. It's one
Yep.
of
So I
those
just
things nagging in the back of your mind, but you can't seem to pull it into memory.
I keep that information that I just can't fucking remember to myself and continue on. I'm having a bit of a senile old man moment.
I'll give you one thing. He did mention, and you remember that they, in this world at least, or in this part of the world at least, they seem to be like the cousins to dragons.
Okay, yeah.
So you guys are heading out, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Yep.
I
With Daoji fucking leading the way with somersaults and fucking.
I
Oh,
lead the way out of the tavern, and then I stop in the middle of the road, and I look back at Arthur and I say, "Where, where did they say the wyverns were again?"
up in the hills, or no, the mountains. A
Oh,
bit north of where the Elven camp was, I believe.
oh, okay. All right then, away we go.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that's actually
Okay,
that's
alright,
good.
yep, thought so.
So as you follow the trail, you take a fork, or you find a crossroads. Take it to the north, further up into the mountains as it curves and moves with the in the motion with the mountain through the easiest path to follow. Eventually, about an hour into your trip, as you crest up, getting pretty close to the peak, about a quarter of the way from being there, you find you see the let me you see a wagon. Its wheel has come off and it's tipped over. You see several long claw marks on the side. A couple of bodies littered next to it. As you
Looks
look,
like we're in the right area.
Hmm.
I'd like to go up and check the bodies for damage.
all right, roll an investigation check.
Press L2 to use your Arthur senses.
Where's my investigation?
I guess I'll try as well.
Oh, nice, 20.
So, Arthur, as you go body to body, the you find one man who seemed to have been a merchant. Looked like they were on their way into town. There is as you look, you can see a couple of claw marks, but more notably in his chest, you see what seems to be a puncture, but if it were a bite, you'd expect more punctures. As you take closer investigation, it reminds you almost of a stinger, and as you investigate more, you find traces of what seem to be a poison on the entry wound. Taking that note, you walk around some more. Much of the same on many of the bodies, but a little further away you see an armored man. Sword in hand, slumped up against a tree. So you look him over. You find a couple of interesting things. You see that parts of his skin have been corroded. You can see like his face at his jawline. His skin has been corroded away and you can see bone.
He comes up and is like,
Alright, so no burns from fire, but acid burns.
it seems that way. And you notice with a 20, you notice something else as well. These bodies seem relatively fresh, all things considered. Not old enough for rigor mortis to have set in just yet, yet this man's muscles seem to be tensed up, as if his body is already going through that process.
Does he as well have a puncture mark like all the others?
No,
Doesn't?
no.
Okay. I look at Daoji as he walks up.
Did this guy melt?
Yes, it seems that you were smart to purchase that acid resistance potion. I was smart to make one as well. These ones seem to spit acid, and I do believe they have stingers that may inject poison, so you and I are good on that. Can't be poisoned, but Ellie, not so much. And
Hmm.
I'm gonna stand up from inspecting the corpses and turn to Daoji and Ellie and distribute greater healing potions. I'm gonna give them each 2. So now everybody has 2 greater healing potions.
All right. And
Sweet.
does this pencil still work? Broke the tip off of it. Let's see. Yeah, it still works.
Any sign of where we should be going from here?
Yeah, as you look around, you can see the. It's not working. I'll need to get another pencil in a second. You can see. Wait, I got pencils right here. There is a lot of. How would I describe it? Broken brush and twisted tree branches leading a little ways into the forest.
Hmm.
So, technically, I am tracking undead still.
It doesn't set off your undeadometer.
Doesn't.
No,
Somebody said that they were all like decaying looking, right?
they did say that.
Oh. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna still stick with tracking undead.
Okay. So,
Alright. Follow me, boys and girls. We're off to the forest to find some wyverns. I don't even know what they look like.
as you follow the broken bramble, eventually, not too far off actually, only a couple 100 yards, you find what you were looking for. You see, Arthur, you recognize it, a wyvern that is slumped over in the grass.
I'm gonna like give up a signal for everybody to halt. Then I'm gonna creep forward to check it out. I'll have my silver sword drawn.
All right. So, let's creep forward. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Oh boy. 13. Not terrible, but not great.
Oh, as you
23 for me. I'm gonna follow him.
as you guys creep forward, this thing roll a perception check.
My perception went up this time.
Whoa. Well, I hope you did better than me. Nope.
That's all right.
Oh man, we're just tunnel vision on this fucking slumped wyvern.
So you guys
Whatever.
creep forward, getting ready to pounce, when Ellie, who rolled decent on perception, points out, Arthur, this thing's not breathing. As you look a little more closely, you can see it seems like decaying was the right word for them to use. You can see it looks like this thing's scales, as if something has been eating through it. A lot of patches are just gone, and you can see through into the meat. You look, it seems like this would have been the creature that punctured that one man. It has a stinger at the end of its tail. There are a couple more trails leading from this one, though, up further into the mountain, but you see the forest clears into a rocky
Hmm.
terrain.
I'm gonna turn to Daoji and Ellie. Keep an eye out for me. I only need 5 minutes.
All
Then
right.
I'll sheath my sword and I will pull out my field knife. I want to attempt to do like a field dissection of this thing to kind of get an idea of what's going on with them.
While he
Okay,
does that, I want to climb up into a tree and keep an eye out, looking at the mountain, see if I can spot like maybe they have a nest or a cave or something.
alright. Um, Go ahead and roll investigation, I think is what you want to roll, right, Daoji? Investigation or perception, whichever one's better.
Perception. Well, I suck.
Alright. Arthur, I don't think I need to even make you roll for this. As you cut this thing open, immediately you notice just underneath the skin these long, thick worms embedded in this thing, eating at its scales. And as you cut open some more, actually, yeah, go ahead and roll a survival check.
Alright. Oh boy, dice be with me.
Fair enough.
13.
You want a high roll. As you peer this thing over, you get the inclination and cut its skull open. You can see these things wrapped and intertwined into this beast's brain, which, thinking back on it, would explain a few things. As you traveled, the movements of the trail were erratic, and the bodies weren't eaten on any, just simply killed.
They have parasites, and do I recognize the worms at all?
Hmm. Roll. Let's see here. Oh, I want to make you roll for that. I don't think it's going to be Arcana. Okay, roll a survival check. See if you maybe know something about them.
Nice, 20.
20. Thinking back to that conversation where he said that wyverns are somewhat cousins of dragons, it would make sense that perhaps they have some sort of ties. You know, some dragons are known to be metallic. And as you look at this
Yes.
thing and the way it's eaten through this wyvern's scales, you notice some of the scales are decaying in such a way that reminds you of how a metal would rust. They're turning
Okay.
blackened, some reddish. They seem to be rust worms. They seem to
Okay.
eat on metal.
Now, does this wyvern seem to be of the metallic variety of, that the draconic family?
It seems that way, yes.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut off the stinger from its tail. And I'm gonna take that for myself.
All right.
And I'll also capture one of these. No, never mind. That won't be a good idea, I think. Yeah, I'll just cut the stinger off its tail
Okay.
and take that for my personal collection, and then I'll go to wherever Daoji and Ellie are.
Right. So,
So what's up?
So it would seem that these wyverns are in fact decaying, but they're not undead. They have a parasite, a rust worm infection.
What does that mean?
Well, exactly what it sounds like. These worms, they're metallic, and it would seem that these wyverns seem to be of the metallic draconic family. Wyverns are cousins of dragons, after all. Like I said to you, Ellie, we consider them dragons, but seems the same over here.
So they have like an infection?
Yes, more than likely one wyvern got tangled with one of these worms and brought it home and infected the whole nest, it would seem.
Hmm. Well, that's no good. I guess we have to go find out where they are and put them down, huh?
That's the only thing we can do, and that's why we came here. Be
Well,
careful of these wyverns. These ones have stingers.
alright. Sounds good. So,
How long do those acid resistance potions last for when you
2
consume?
hours.
2 hours.
2 hours? Okay. Okay.
So,
Alright, let's go up into the mountains then, see if we can find out where we need to go.
alright. So, as you guys move up towards the mountains, the tree line eventually breaks and the terrain turns rocky. Lots of boulders, rough terrain, you know the drill. But as you reach the tree line, you see a woman who is leaned up against a tree, looking up into the mountains. She's got a mournful look about her, and you can see she's got a long, dullish, kind of like a dullish gold color. Her eyes are golden as she turns to face you. You guys see, if you give her a bit of a start, she says, "Oh, I didn't expect to see anyone here."
Yes. What may you be doing here?
Well, I often walk through the mountains. Are you here to, she notices your weaponry, kill whatever's up here?
Yes. As it happens, we are.
Are you capable?
No, probably not.
I am, though.
She smiles at
He'll
that.
be drunk before we get there.
No, not today. I still, I've only got 5 bottles left and I want to make them last. Anyway, who are you?
Well, my name's Lily. And who are you?
I'm a traveler. Don't really have a name.
Fair enough.
These are my friends here. We took a mission down in the village to go up and find out about these wyverns and maybe clear them out. You know anything about that?
Yes, I've watched them for a while. They're not healthy looking, are they?
No, it really doesn't seem that way. They've got some kind of infection, I guess, and we're here to put them down before they hurt anybody else.
Very much so.
Well,
But still, if you know what's up here, why would you be walking through these woods? And I am going to
insight?
Yeah, but I'm gonna do it kind of menacingly, using my Hunter's Bane to test her composure. So that would give me advantage on that.
Right, advantage on insight.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll your insight check.
I guess
Ooh,
I'll do that too.
15.
Man,
So,
Thank God for that
one,
advantage.
1, 4, 6.
good rolls, boys. But
That's
she,
today.
Hopefully combat's better.
It always is.
so, how is she gonna answer that? Okay. She says, well, you know, sometimes I, need to get out of the village. Loved ones are... I have a... How should I phrase it? Sick relatives at home. It's nice to get out. And as she's speaking, Arthur, you can tell she's she's making up excuses, beating around the bush. But through her tone of voice, it seems not... As you listen to her talk and watch her body language, she's not... It doesn't seem like she's up to anything nefarious from what she's saying or her body language. There does seem to be a genuine sense of... a genuine mournful air around her. You see it on her face. It's clearly she's been crying and composed herself when you approached.
I won't make any comment to her response.
So, do you mind if we go up and take care of whatever's up there?
She shakes her head. And,
Do you know where they are?
yes. Around that bend, she points, there's a valley. At the base of that valley, there's a small cave. It leads into a... Once you squeeze through, it leads into a little bit of a cavern system. She looks to you, Arthur, since you've got the air of professionalism about you. Will you be able to make it quick?
We'll try our best. Even I wouldn't like to see creatures suffer.
Good. Well, I suppose I should head back to town now. It is dangerous,
Yes,
like you
and
said.
I'll give her a particular look. Do try and give your family a chance, or whatever you're trying to get away from.
Well, I'll do what I can, but we'll see what happens. She starts to make her way back.
Daoji has his arms in his sleeves and he looks at Arthur. It's like, what was that about?
Nothing, I just had a hunch.
Alright then. A cave in a valley. Let's go check it out.
Alright. As you guys move, her advice does seem to hold true. As you turn the bend, you can see a valley where two of the mountain ranges kind of meet in the middle. At the base, you see two wyverns that are two wyverns flapping their wings. They'll flap them for a moment, get off the ground, and fall back, pushing themselves back up, looking around. It almost reminds you of a dog with rabies.
This is kind of sad.
Yes. That the at least with that one that we found back there, the worms had gotten to its brain, and that would explain the erratic movement patterns and not feeding on the kills of those people, but just killing. Things have gone rabid. They must be put down now.
Well, since we're going into their cave, you want to take those potions now?
Yes, I would highly recommend that.
Alright.
I look to Ellie and I say, "Sorry, kid, didn't have enough to make you one."
It's alright.
Ellie, since we have these two, why don't you just stay back and maybe hop in a little bit after the fight so we can get their attention? I don't want you getting poisoned or anything.
Alright. I can do that. Attack from the side or something?
Yeah, just make sure you stay out of their way. Let us get their attentions.
She smiles. Alright. I can do that.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and down my potion of acid resistance.
Alright.
I will consume mine as well, and I will also consume precision mutagen.
And that's the one that gives you crits on a 19, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain real quick? What were the blood curse? That's what you changed, right?
Yeah.
What is that like? Gall? Is that,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So it's just different ones. The ones I had before would allow me to heal people, which I never used because
Okay.
I was always
The
bleeding.
tank.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't
and,
know if they were like Gall or if Gall was like its own special ability or something.
Do you still have Gaul?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not getting rid of that.
Gall's
Yeah,
too
don't.
powerful.
I had one that all it did was reduce an enemy's speed to 0, and one that allowed me to take damage to heal an ally. And I never used those two. So I swapped them out. Now I have Blood Curse Mutual Suffering. I can link to a creature within 30 feet. Every time they damage me, they take half the damage they deal as necrotic. Lasts rounds equal to my Wisdom modifier, minimum 1. I could amplify that for double duration, and if they have necrotic resistances, it's ignored.
Neat.
Yeah. Bit more optimization.
Alright, so how are you guys approaching this situation?
Do you want to try to stealth up to them? Maybe get a jump on them?
How about this? I'll walk up as a distraction while you sneak around, since that is your forte. And while I'm distracting them, maybe you can get a few lucky shots off on them.
Will the GM let me get a surprise round if they're already fighting you? I don't think that's how that works. Oh, okay.
Anyone who, if anyone, so the way surprise works out of the book is you roll stealth, and anyone who passes the stealth check gets a surprise round, while people who fail it don't get one. So in this situation, I'd probably give you advantage on your stealth check, since he's going to go down and get their attention.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Let me creep around the trees and I'll go get in position.
Now, as far as weaknesses, AJ, since I do now know that they're metallic, would lightning be a weakness for them?
For these
Lightning
guys,
type damage?
Let me check a couple things here. No, it does not seem like that is the case. 'Cause they're, while their scales are metallic, they're also... These are... like, you've had dealings with some creatures like this in the past. While their scales may be metallic, they are built to weather the mightiest of blows, be they from magic or blade.
Okay. Alright.
Typically, you'd probably know this, the classification between metallic dragons and the normal dragons is mostly that of intention, whereas metallic dragons and their kin are normally known to be either neutral or good. They
Okay.
don't go out of their way to harm other civilizations. The other types of dragons, like red, green, they are inherently evil.
Okay.
Other
Yeah.
than that, they
Like
are
Bahamut, the platinum
right.
dragon. Yeah, yeah.
Right, yeah, you'd know about like those kinds of things with your time in these lands.
Okay. Yep. I was just trying to see if maybe lightning would be best to go with instead of fire for my Crimson Right.
All right.
But yeah, so I will draw my sword and I will walk up. I'll just ignite it with fire for old time's sake. Fire
Okay.
melts metal anyways, so fuck
Fair
it.
enough. All right. So, Daoji, you want to go ahead and roll stealth with advantage?
19.
19? Yeah, that'll do it. So,
Boy.
Arthur, as you walk up, igniting your flame on your sword with flames, as you approach, the wyverns immediately catch sight of you, turn their heads, letting out screeches as they start to move towards you. Daoji.
Just come flying out of the tree line like a bat out of hell.
Yep.
Barely touching the ground with one foot out and just giving one solid kick in the face.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
And can't roll above a 10 today.
I got the 20. That means my damage gonna be dumpy. Or I won't hit anything.
One of those two.
One of those two. It's always bad initiative, good attacks, good initiative.
You had a 10,
Eh.
Daoji?
Yeah. No peace.
Alright. So, Daoji, your stealth round is up. There is let me... So the valley is something like this, with a cave entrance over here. There's a wyvern here, and one over here. Arthur is coming from the front. You are coming from the flank.
Alright, so I'll hit the one that I'm closest to then.
Alright. Go ahead and roll for your attacks.
Boop. Boop.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh,
Fuck.
hell no.
Oh.
It's
Yeah, all of those except the one hit.
Oh.
35
That's good.
points of damage, and I'm going to make it do a DC 15 dexterity saving throw or be knocked down.
Ooh,
Oh, your
it
DC went
man.
up?
Yeah, 15
DC
now.
Dex save.
Nice.
Yeah.
It rolled a 2. It did not make it.
Arthur, hit that one.
So
Okay.
as you rush up, diving at this thing with the flurry of blows.
No, so what it is
All right,
I
go
come
for it.
out and I just give it one solid kick that sends it like reeling onto its side. Like I just kick it right over.
Right. So this thing rears up. So wyverns, unlike dragons, they have the back legs and then the front legs are where the wings are attached. So as this thing rears its front legs up and howls at Arthur, you go flying, kicking this thing right where the wing meets the rib, sending it onto its side as it claws around, trying to push itself back up. Its
I
head
backflip.
whirling around and its tail flicking out wildly as it howls in pain.
Yeah, if I backflip off of the kick and I look at Arthur and I just point at it.
Arthur, you're
I
up.
give him a nod. And yeah, I will step up and yeah, begin the dance of death. Or not. Fucking not.
Since it's
Dance of
prone, you
what?
do
I
have
trip.
advantage
I trip
on
as
it.
I start my twirl.
You have advantage, so.
Oh yeah, I do.
It's prone.
So 23
Hey, 2 hits.
and then
See?
27.
See?
Yeah.
Good thing he failed that roll.
Oh man.
See, this is why we work good together, because we fix each other's fucking mistakes.
So 36.
Oh man. Yeah, 36.
This
Begin
thing
the
is
dance
already
of death.
looking bloody. So as it falls, you reach forward, or you walk forward, driving your blade into this thing's ribcage twice. It's already bloodied now. blood is pouring out of this thing, and as you stab into it, you send a couple of worms falling onto the ground.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Don't let those worms get on you.
Daoji, we're back up to you.
Okay, I'm just gonna finish it off, hopefully. No.
14 actually hits these things.
Really?
Wow.
Alright. Another 37. And, this time I'm just gonna do a 15-foot strength check. 15 DC strength check. I'm gonna kick it at his other wyvern buddy.
Strength check. Alright. It, did manage to make this one.
Oh, it needs to make 2, actually.
Oh, it needs to make 2? Okay. Natural 19 on the second one.
Oh, well.
Yeah, they're a lot more strong than they are dexterous.
It's already prone, so I mean,
Yeah.
knocking it prone again is not gonna help.
So as you kick at this thing and try to send it backwards, its claws dig in as its head lolls around. As you can see in its eyes, it's not entirely there, Arthur. Now this thing is going to stand up and lash out. So, Arthur, what's your armor class again?
18.
Second attack manages to hit. So, Arthur, this thing stands up and bites at you. You sidestep out of the way, but you don't see the stinger coming around, and it jabs you right in the side of the chest for 14 points of damage.
Oof.
However, as you feel the poison injected into you, luckily enough, you don't have to make a Constitution saving throw because you're immune.
Yeah, buddy, we both are. We're fucking pros at this.
Oh, poison, my old friend. I drink you daily.
The second
You do not
wyvern,
affect me.
Me too, in a different way.
You do drink poison.
the second wyvern's also going to come up, and since Arthur's the closest, it's going to go for him again, though with one miss. Both of its attacks miss.
I'll
This time-
repost. I'll
Okay.
repost its miss.
Go for it. 28, that'll hit.
Oh man, I'm so close to
So
those fucking
close.
19s.
Oh, man.
They're so
One off.
So close.
Well, see,
Oh,
when you
man.
don't have that, you'll roll a 19, but when you
I
have
know,
the 19,
yeah.
it's an 18. It's always one
That's
off from
twice
the
you
crit.
rolled 18.
Yep, 18s, man. That's my max so far. 24. Nice.
Oh, man.
Nice. 24 damage.
That's a
You
lot.
guys are cleaving these
One hit,
things.
dude.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So-
well, this is my Silverite sword against non-human and undeads. This thing, it's stronger against undeads,
Yeah.
but non-humans. This thing's the truth.
So, as the second wyvern comes, it's flapping its wings trying to fly, but you can see it just doesn't have the strength. And as it bites at you, you sidestep. This time you see the stinger coming. You pirouette out of the way, and as the stinger misses its purchase, you slash right up of its tail, leaving a huge gash, sending blood flying across the air, landing in the grass, as it howls out, retracting its tail behind itself, screeching at you, Arthur. Ellie now is going to come from the flank. Oh, she has some +2s now, so it's going to go up to this.
Yeah.
Which just helped, actually just barely managed to help her hit this thing. The first time, the second time she nailed it easily.
Aha.
Oh my god, she just rolled 2 max damage rolls. So she also does 34 to this thing.
Yes, that sword was a good investment for
And
her.
she's got +2 to damage, right?
Yep.
Yeah, +2 on top of her strength mod.
Damn, son.
Ellie's a little beast.
Fuck, that's fucking snake eyes right there. That's amazing. So she comes from the flank, Arthur. You can see this new sword. It was good to give it to her. It fits her well. As she rushes forward, 2 quick slashes. You can see one cutting right across the this thing's chest as it rears up, retracting its tail. The second one, she cleaves straight through the wing, sending more of its blood pouring down as its wing has been cleaved almost in 2. As it's unlike a dragon, it's just a thin layer of like this leathery membrane that stretches from its arms to its chest and back.
Daoji's in the background like, damn.
Arthur, we're back up to you.
So two of them are still alive. That first one that
The first one is looking on its on death's door. The second one is starting to get bloody now too.
okay, that first one is still down though, technically, right?
It stood back up on its turn.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, I'll take a swing at that. Oh wait, that
15
hits.
That
Yeah.
kills it.
Or no,
easily.
wrong. That was a wrong roll.
Oh, okay.
Well, oh, it was the same damage, anyways.
Either way, that kills that one. It was
Okay.
very close to death.
And I'll take a swing at the other one. Shit.
So, as this one's on its dying door, you plunge your blade into its neck and twist. As Silverite drinks up the non-human's blood, it falls to the ground, limp, bleeding out. As you turn this to swing at the other one, though, it cries out from Ellie's slashes and turns to face her, its tail whipping around, the stinger connecting with your blade and parrying it to the side as you swing at it. Daoji.
Alright, I'm not gonna spend any key, so I'm just gonna boop, boop, boop. 32. I go up and just, while Arthur's got it from the front, I'll just go around its side and start hitting its ribs and stuff.
Yes, you just go start pounding on its ribs. You feel several of them crack under your fist, which gives you immense pleasure, as this thing, you can only assume, has hardier bones than you do.
I don't think that would give Daoji pleasure.
Oh, well,
He doesn't derive pleasure from killing monsters like this.
fair enough. So, the wyvern is going to lash out at random. So, alright, so this thing turns to Ellie and manages to bite her on the shoulder, tossing her to the side, but she takes it, holding steady, and the tail lashes out at you again, Arthur, but it misses. Ellie,
Fuck 'em up.
Double crit.
not a double
Oh.
crit, but they do both hit.
Hell annihilated.
And that's just enough to do it.
Eltacular.
This thing bites
Double
her
kill.
and tosses her to the side. She quickly lands on her feet, turning, and in one fluid motion, cuts right down the thing's arm, and then turns her blade, ramming it through its chest, sending it to the floor. So, it's two wyverns at
Man.
your feet.
Man, Ellie, that sword's doing wonders for you, huh?
Yeah, it's really nice, really light. A lot lighter than my last one. Thanks, Arthur.
Well, it's always best to invest in your friends. And I see it's paid off.
Definitely.
So, now that we've knocked on the door, shall we enter?
Sure, but why don't you let me go in and scout the place out first?
You are best at that. I won't deny you the right.
Thanks, leader.
De facto leader. Only because
Yeah.
I'm not drunk all the time.
Hey, fuck you, I was kidding.
Alright. So,
Go watch the Arthur sideshow.
yep, as Arthur goes and fucks off, now it's the Arthur sideshow and the Daoji sideshow.
Yep.
Anyways, go ahead and make a stealth roll, Daoji.
17.
Alright.
Not very good.
It's alright. Let's see here. So, as you enter the cave, it's a long, narrow passage that you kind of have to squeeze yourself through. But it eventually opens up. to a larger passage. You can see a break to the right. Seems to lead off in another direction as the path in front of you continues and starts to turn and spiral upwards further up the mountain. And the general demeanor, you can see a lot of, as you look around in the cave, you can see and smell. It's like the powerful smell of just a raw beast's den. A lot of decaying matter assaults your nose, and as you see a lot of bones and such laying about the cavern.
Lovely. I'm just gonna go a little bit down the right path and see if there's any more wyverns. I'm not gonna go that deep.
Okay. So you head down the right path, and looking inside, you can see it seems to open up into a smaller nesting type area. You see it's got a high ceiling, and as you look, you can see many different holes that may lead into other exits or caverns through there, but they're pretty high up. But in this room, you can see lots of tree branches and such have been drug in, and you see 3 wyverns. One there, and one here. They are currently looking around. You see the one no, I'm just putting a dot there. I was trying to do this. The one here scratching its side up against the wall. The others pacing back and forth. You can see in the center a large nest with several eggs in it.
Okay, I'm going to, about halfway back down the path, I want to grab a stone, and I'm going to try hitting it against the wall a couple of times to see if any of them will come out to investigate. And if they do, I'm going to, like, run away back towards the entrance.
Yeah, that'll do it. I mean, as you cry it, they all turn, letting out noises of curiosity. Start moving towards the passage.
Alright, I'm gonna head out, and when I get to about here, I'm gonna do the same again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna sprint out to the entrance, and I'll say, hey guys, let's try hiding in the woods again.
Alright. How many did you see?
There's 3. I made some noises to see if I can lure them out here. Maybe we can get the jump on them out here.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, they got some kind of nest in there.
Alright, so the plan's to try and jump them?
Yeah, we're gonna wait for them to see if they come out of the cave, and if they do, we're gonna try to jump them again like we did last time.
Alright, go ahead and roll stealth checks. And I'll go ahead and give you guys advantage. I like this plan.
Nat 20s.
Oh boy. 16.
Okay. So, what do you guys feel about using the last initiative for this round?
I don't care.
Yeah, no, I don't care about that at all.
Well, actually,
Can we trade
Yeah.
initiative orders?
I mean, yeah, you can always hold your turn. That's no big deal.
Yeah, what I want to do is I always want to go in before Arthur so I can get potential knockdowns for advantages.
All right, Arthur can hold his turn. That's fine.
Yeah.
You wait for a moment, hiding kind of
I'm a chameleon.
above the cave entrance. up on the hill. You see, this was a very narrow passage, and after a moment, you see one of them scurrying, pushing itself hard, trying to trying to get through the thing, before eventually its body emerges. You tell me whenever you guys are ready to attack.
I'm not gonna hold. Um, Said only one emerges.
Right now, you can hear the sounds. It sounds like they're all trying to fit through this passage, but it's very narrow.
I'm going to drop one of the oil pots that we had on the head of the one that is peeking out since we're looking down at them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that as my like surprise opener.
Okay.
Then I am going to, whenever Arthur's ready to jump down, I want to jump down and immediately get in the face of one of them that's trying to squeeze through the passage.
Yeah, so I'll drop the oil pot and you can hop down and do that.
Yeah, so that way we only have to fight, two at a time.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So.
Oh, by the way, AJ, I forgot to say I cut the stingers off of the two that were out there already.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, as you drop this oil pot, I'll make a dex roll with advantage since it's pretty much stuck in this thing trying to get out. Yeah, it doesn't pass. So, the oil cracks on its head, covering its head in this oil. Daoji, you were jumping down, or are you waiting?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a front flip off the top of the hill, and then I'm gonna go to the tight spot in the cave where they're trying to squeeze through, and start beating the shit out of the one.
Okay.
So
So are you letting that one come out and then jumping down and holding the other two off, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so I make sure.
So let's do it this way. I'm gonna use my first two flurry of blow attacks to try to knock this one that came out down, and then I'm gonna go to the other one. Can I do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Well,
Oh.
Unfortunately,
Okay,
those
then.
don't hit.
right. So fuck that then. I do a front flip and try to do something cool, but I fuck it up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the two that are trying to squeeze through
All right.
and hit it twice for 21 damage.
All right. Ellie is going to jump down as well. Try to hit the one that's covered in oil. Getting a nat 20.
Fucking crit monster.
Dominating.
Kill-tacular.
I don't know what it is with NPCs in our games and just fucking critting everything.
They do, man.
So, she's just down. Striking the first time, but this thing is now acting very enraged when the oil pot hit it. She swings. It beats its wings. And the force of the wind changes the trajectory of her blade. The second time, though, she catches it right in the mouth, splitting its cheek wide open, sending blood spraying everywhere. So, back to initiative. Daoji?
Right. How far away are these? The two and the one that's outside?
Probably about 25 feet.
Hmm.
So it just barely got out before you guys attacked.
Well, alright then. You mind if I go out and try to do that flurry of blows again?
Yeah, that's fine.
Go out and try to do that so Arthur can get some advantage.
Don't you have the fucking pinball methods mastered, man? You can
I
just
know.
disengage whenever you want and
I
run
know.
around everywhere.
I can just fuck around and do what I want. God damn. Alright, so
The 14 hits.
the one outside is going to take 16 damage and is going to have to make 2 dex saves against 15.
And it
And
failed.
the one inside is going to take 13 damage.
Alright.
So what I do is, I go down and I like while they're squeezing through the rocks, I go in, I just kick it in the face, and then I see the one outside, and I'm gonna go out, and I don't know, just hit it really hard, and it goes flying on its side again.
Yep, and you do so. Bouncing back and forth between these things as like a blur. So you can move so fucking fast.
And I still have fucking movement left.
Yep. Arthur.
He's a pinball wizard. Yeah, now I will jump down. My sword is still lit ablaze from the last encounter, so I don't have to do that. And yeah, I'm gonna go for the one that is covered in oil and now on the ground. Oh my god.
15
and
Well, you have advantage because it's prone.
yeah, so 15 for the first. And holy fuck,
Yep.
18.
Advantage is worth it every time.
So what is that? 32?
32 plus whatever the
34.
oil adds.
Go ahead and roll.
Or no, that's 34, and then it is now lit on fire.
Go ahead and roll. We'll say until the fire's put out, a D10 will return. So go ahead and roll a D10 for the fire damage.
Alright. 3.
So 34, 5, 6, so 37 damage total.
Yep. Worth it.
28.
Worth.
Okay, so you jump down. This thing's prone, clawing about, slashing this thing through the head. The oil igniting, immediately catching this thing on fire as you slash at it again. Crossing this thing up as it's now burning.
We told her it would be quick. We didn't tell her it would be painless.
Yeah, fair enough. So now it's going to stand up and react. The first attack hits, and the second one's going to attack Daoji. What's your armor class now, Daoji?
18.
18. The second attack managed to hit. So Arthur is going to take 12 damage as the stinger slams into his gut, the poison having no effect. Daoji is going to take only 10 damage as the thing is clawing itself forward, biting, and manages to bite him right in the leg, nearly pulling him forward and tripping him before you gather yourself. And
No,
place a
my
few more
leg, I
steps
need
between yourself. So, third one can't do shit 'cause it's trapped behind there. Ellie is going to keep helping Arthur out. One hit, two hits. For 27 damage. Wow. This thing's nearly dead. So, she walks up, placing two well-placed strikes on its back. You can see it's barely managing to hold itself up. It's already close to death's door. Arthur, or Daoji rather.
Okay. I need to save my key, so I'm just gonna hit it. Wow.
The amount
Dude,
of
every
ones.
single round you have
Oh.
rolled a 1.
What the fuck? Takes 11 damage. And, hang on. Alright, I'll spend a key this round. I'm gonna take patient defense, so any attacks against me are at disadvantage.
Okay. Arthur. This thing, basically all you can see is its face as it's clawing through. You're just backing up, punching it, kicking it.
The one that we're fighting is not dead yet?
It's nearly dead.
Oh, I thought Daoji just killed it.
I'm
you're just
blocking
fighting
the tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, so, yeah, I'll swing at it.
17.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll do it. So,
Overkill.
with one good lob, you slice right through the thing's neck, cleaving through half of it as it just falls face first onto the ground in front of you.
And then I'll run up to the
Now the way that
cave
this
entrance.
tunnel is, it's pretty much you can only fit single file through it.
Okay.
And
Would
anyway,
I be able to reach over Daoji and attack?
well, I'll move next turn. Let me just be up front because they have disadvantage against me this turn.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
unfortunately I don't think you'll be able to because that'd be like a 10-foot reach.
Wait, let's see if there's anything I can do. Yeah, no, there isn't anything else I can do. Yeah, so, yeah, I'll just stand behind Daoji to reinforce.
Okay. So, now the wyvern is going to try and attack Daoji.
At disadvantage.
Yep. And both of the attacks miss. So, as you put yourself in your patient defense, analyzing this thing's every move, the moment you see a muscle twitch, you're already back. So you dodge every one of its bites. Ellie is going to stand at the cave entrance, waiting for something to happen. Daoji, we're back up to you.
Alright. I'm gonna hit it 3 times and I glance back at Arthur and I say, let's move back a little bit, give up some room so we can fight.
Alright.
Hey, there you're 19.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Fucking
Daoji,
2 of them in a row.
Daoji was
Found
hoarding
them.
them. 24?
They're my
That's-
ones.
At least you get that plus
Every round
15.
so far, you have had ones in this encounter.
Yep. So 24 damage to this guy, and then I'm gonna back up, probably to where Ellie is.
Yep. So as this thing bites at you wildly, you just three punches straight to the snout. Blood starts pouring out of its nose. You back up outside the cave entrance. Arthur.
Yeah, as he backs up, I will, Is it dark in the cave entrance, or is it light in there?
There's a light coming through.
Okay, alright.
Back away before you take a dodge action back here, so you're not blocking the tunnel anymore.
Okay, yeah.
Because if you
Yeah.
attack, you'd have to disengage.
Or I could just walk away. Both of them would be within range, though, and both of them would get opportunity attacks on
Only
me, right?
one of them. It's
Only one of them?
It's single file.
Okay,
They're
yeah.
having a hard time squeezing through as it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 2 swings at the one in front then.
Okay, so you step up, do that. There's an
Fuck.
20 right there.
Fucking crit.
Hmm.
Alright, yeah, so how yours works is
Double
max
the dice.
double the dice, so 12.
Be another 9.
Yep, another 9.
So 25 total in one attack. Just to get damage.
Would my Crimson Rights be doubled for crits?
Yeah, any dice roll in the attack. It's double.
Okay, alright. And you just don't count proficiency modifiers then, right?
Pretty much.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this thing
So-
is starting to look pretty close to death itself as you walk forward, take 2 slices at it. The second one rebounding off the wall next to you, but the first one doing that, and the second one, however, you cleave right through the thing's eye,
Yeah, and then I'm gonna backpedal.
and it's going to take a bite against you when you do that, which is going to hit for 11 points of damage. So as you back
Matter,
away,
I
this
can
thing
soak it up.
manages to nip you right in the back. So you back off into the cave entrance. Now the wyverns are going to push themselves out. The first one... Actually, how much movement do they got? Not much. So, only the first one manages to get out on this turn. And it's going to turn and lash out at you guys randomly. Striking Daoji once with its stinger for 11 points of damage. So it bites
Yuck.
out at Ellie. Ellie, who is defending herself, sidesteps this thing, but the stinger lashes out and catches Daoji across the cheek. Luckily enough, the poison has no effect on him. Ellie now is going to return the favor.
My face.
Missing once, but hitting the second time. For only 8 points of damage, but still, this thing's nearly dead. So she slashes out, getting this thing one good time right next to the wound you placed, Arthur. It's now Daoji's turn.
Oh boy, here I go, one in again. Oh, no ones.
Oh, they all hit.
So I'll do 31 points of damage to this guy.
Yep.
And does I kill it?
Oh yeah.
So the way I kill it is, I circle around it and I call out to it. So it turns around and it lunges at me. I drop on my back and using my 2 feet, I like catch it in the chest while it's lunging and I just propel it straight up so it slams on the ceiling, the stone ceiling. And just break it.
Okay. And you do so.
And then I roll out of the way.
Yeah, you roll out of the way before it crumples back to the ground. Arthur.
Now there's just one left, right?
Just one.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a gall at it. And yeah, I'm gonna throw a gall at it, and oh god. Oh, so close to it fucking being a 19. What the fuck?
18.
Oh,
Another
man.
18.
18's for days.
So
30 points.
first one is 16. The second one is 19.
Oh,
35.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
All you have to do is add the
Yeah.
the damage and add it to the total.
So, you gall this thing, tracing a sign in front of you before you step up and take 2 great slashes at it, cutting it once right along the back, right above the shoulder and down, tracing a line next to its wing. The second one cutting through right across its belly, the flame lashing out, searing the wounds as soon as you place them. The wyvern going to retaliate against you, Arthur. Managing to hit you both times. For 23 points of damage as it bites you, and as it has you in its mouth, the tail lashes out to the side, catching you in the hip. You can feel your bone crack as the sheer force of this thing's tail slams into you, piercing your skin. Ellie is going to run forward, try to help you. She's going to do so, hitting it both times.
Ellie gets her 3rd wyvern kill of the day.
The fucking monster, man.
Little mini monster.
No, it's getting bloody though. She slashes 2 times, causing the thing to retract its tail from you as it turns and screeches at her. Daoji.
Daoji's building up momentum, so when he rolls out of the way, he does a back roll and then starts sprinting, running up the side of the wall, taking a couple steps off the ceiling before leaping straight down into the wyvern. Okay. And 32 points of damage, and he needs to make a dex save, 15, or be knocked prone.
Alright.
Just come down and
It
one
didn't make
solid knee to the back of the neck.
Yeah, and the sheer force of, like, the force of gravity and the propulsion of pulling you down, as you slam onto the back of this thing's neck, it just topples, still alive, but trying to claw itself back up as it's knocked prone. Arthur.
Go front flip off it behind it.
Yeah, it's looking...
Yeah, it's not doing so good.
Alright.
You have advantage because it's prone.
Okay. So 23. Does that kill it?
Not quite.
Ooh.
18.
Fucking another 18. Now it's dead.
Oh yeah. So you just walk up, Just tilt your sword so it's the point's pointed down at it and just stab straight through its back, twisting.
Oh,
It's a shame to kill such beautiful creatures, but their current affliction, they can't be left alive.
hmm.
I'm gonna say that as I'm walking around cutting off all their stingers. I'm gonna
know,
add 3 more stingers to the inventory.
I found some eggs in there. I mean, they wouldn't be infected, would they?
I would have to examine them.
Well, what do you say we take 30 minutes for lunch?
Yes, I would like that. I didn't leave the realm of 100 health until that last bout of damage. That 23. I was like right there at like 101, and then the 23 bump dropped me down.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna take a short rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you can go ahead and roll your.
Dumpy fucking rolls, man. There we go.
There's a good one.
$19.
There's Daoji's good rolls.
I know, right? Fuck me. 97.
That's pretty
Good
much
enough.
max.
Yeah, it's good enough.
You've still got a scratch on your cheek. That's about it.
Yeah, Daoji's. You'll be surprised. Daoji actually has a little broken mirror in his bag, and he pulls it out, and he's like looking at it. He's like touching it.
Oh man.
Like,
You're so superficial for somebody with slanty eyes.
Look, I am super. You're right. That's why, it matters to me. You gotta. I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter to you when you're 140 years old, but some people like us have to look good.
I think I look good for my age.
I don't just do it for me. When you're going around trying to help people, it's better to be, not grizzled. You gotta look good. You gotta be heroic. You know what I mean?
But how can you look heroic if you look like you've never seen combat a day in your life?
Well, I get that a lot, and then I show them how I run up walls, and they usually shut up after that.
Yeah, about that. You'd be a lot cooler if you used a sword. I'm gonna like flash my sword.
Why would I do that?
Your tricks are just so cool, but man, there's something about a sword and the way it just slices through the air.
He's right, Ellie says she takes a big bite out of her sandwich.
Oh, you be quiet.
Can I see that mirror, by the way?
Sure. I pass it over. It's just cracked in the middle.
Yeah, she takes out like a pin and a hair tie and uses it to put her hair up.
I think I'm plenty cool doing flips and running on walls. Did you
I'm
see
not
how I
s-
ration on the ceiling?
That's why I'm saying it would be cooler if you had
Look
a
at
sword.
this. Look at this. I go inside the cave and I run around I run up the wall on the ceiling and then around the other side doing a loop. It's like, can you do that?
I'm gonna hand him not my silver right because he wouldn't be able to hold it, but my regular sword.
Oh,
I'm gonna
fuck
say
off.
now
I
do
have
that
plus
with
2
your
strength.
sword. Now do that with the sword.
No.
Just
I
saying, Daoji.
refuse.
Cooler, man.
I've never picked up a sword in my life and I don't plan to.
Well, you know how the saying goes: the sword is mightier than the pen.
Is that a saying? Ellie, is that a saying?
My mom always said the pin's mightier than the sword. She
Ha!
takes another bite.
How's that,
Yeah,
Arthur?
but in Daoji's case, I mean, pens are irrelevant if you can't read.
You really like bringing that up, don't you?
It
I'm
is
just saying.
funny.
Whatever.
Ellie, how old are you? Like 12? You can read, right?
15.
Okay.
Oh, what? You're 15?
Yes.
Daoji just looks like... I forgot. I remember you telling me that once, but I thought you were at least like 18.
No.
Daoji,
Jeez.
keep it contained, man.
What?
Go run up some walls.
Fine. Go suck on some swords.
Fine.
And then I huff.
I'm gonna eyeball him while I open a book, and I look at it, and then I nod, and then I look up at him, and then I look at the book and I nod again, and then I laugh and close the book.
I eyeball him while I drink some more of that green juice.
Oh man.
I'll just take a half a shot of it.
Yeah, it sears your mouth, but it tastes so good.
It's so fire in every way.
If you want, I can mix you up another special drink with your
No.
new favorite alcohol.
No, I still have that stuff that makes my head hurt. I'm good.
It's worth it.
I don't know, man.
It's only good when you can roll 19s, though. I don't know how that works, but
I'm number one.
you know where I come from, one's considered an unlucky number.
Why?
You don't do anything.
I don't get it.
Whoosh. Yeah, I don't get it.
Oh
either.
man, I'm breaking the fourth wall.
I don't understand. You say some weird things sometimes, Arthur.
Cultural dude.
When I get back,
Differences.
I had this girl who's gonna teach me how to read a couple of books. I figure we'll have some time after this blows over.
I'll help you out.
I'll pass on that, man. You could just rub it in my
Alright.
face.
Just saying.
Oh, I helped my partner learn how to read.
Yeah,
He would
no,
never
it's
let me
easy.
live it down.
And I'll walk up to him with my book.
It would go good on your resume. Monster Hunter Extraordinaire, personal tutor.
Yeah,
I don't-
it would
what's-
actually. See this word right here.
Resume?
It clear the word that I'm pointing to him clearly, like Ellie and Arthur could read it. It just says higher being. I say this word here, this is what we consider the word for shit. There, you learned something. I'm not that bad of a teacher, come on. I showed him 2 words, but I only said 1.
Daoji is speechless.
Oh man.
I think it's what we call idioms. See, it conveys the meaning of shit.
He gets it.
You're both nuts.
I think we're both just on a higher plane of intelligence there, buddy.
Arthur, you want to fight? You want to fight right now?
Why? I'm not. I'm not being mean.
Look, when we get back to town, before we go to bed, we're fighting. And that's the end of it.
You like to fight before you go to bed?
Yeah? How long have we been traveling together? Are you kidding me?
I've
The
noticed.
last time we were at a tavern, I got into a fight, and I don't even remember who I was fighting, but the guy charged me like 20 gold because I broke something.
Okay. All right. You have a deal then. But if I win, you have to let me teach you how to read.
Fine. And if I win, I'll think about it. If I win, I don't know, man.
Still get to teach you how to read, right?
No. Why would I let you do that instead of some pretty girl? Answer me that.
I can assure you, she does not have the amount of intelligence and knowledge that I have gathered over my long life.
Jesus Christ. You know, she's a really nice girl, so be nice.
Is she a nice girl or is she a nice girl?
Well, she's technically both.
Oh,
I'm trying to
okay.
change that. You'll see. When we get back, I'll show you. You'll probably meet her. If you're gonna build your brewery in my building.
Brewery?
Didn't you mention something like that? We were talking about this special green alcohol I got, and you said you were gonna build Like a brewery somewhere, make your own?
I don't recall.
Whatever.
So
Yeah,
what
I
are we gonna
actually
do
don't.
with these
I don't
eggs?
remember if I said that.
I do remember you said we were talking about it, and I said I was gonna buy a building, and you were like, I also think I want to buy a building. And I said, why don't we just buy a really big one with both our money? And you were like, good idea. It was a couple sessions ago.
Okay.
So
Anyway, I think we've wasted enough time listening to your bullshit, Arthur, so I'm ready to go.
right.
Oh man. You just noticed another flaw of Arthur's, I'll tell you. I speak without really thinking through my words, invariably insulting others.
Well, Daoji's not exactly tact, but he is a nice guy at heart.
I know, but Arthur's just blunt. And it's fun.
He's a big, $1 blunt you buy at a gas station.
Wish her sweet.
So
Yeah.
you guys are about to head through again.
Yeah, let's get in there. I'm gonna show them where the nest is.
So,
Oh man. Now
Arthur,
it is dark in here, right?
Yeah.
Arthur, suck in your gut. It's kind of
Okay.
hard to squeeze through here.
I'm not fat.
So if we can, you can see the large nest with the eggs. And is there anything in particular you guys want to do in here?
I asked Arthur, are these eggs infected?
I'll walk up and I will kneel down to inspect the eggs.
Go ahead and roll a survival check.
14.
As far as them being infected, it's hard to tell, but you don't think that matters anyways because they're cold. And any incubation that may have been happening is not anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna crack one open.
No, they're just eggs. No infection, no worms.
What state does the wyvern seem to be at right now, growth-wise? Like, is it just like a little
It's very,
alien-looking thing, or?
yeah, very early stage.
Okay. Sadly, they're all dead, but they don't seem infected. Seems that this infection might have happened after these eggs were laid.
That's sad.
It is. Such a waste of a beautiful creature if you think about it.
Hmm. Well, there's another path that leads up into the mountain, so I figure that's the only way to go.
Well, would you like to scout that one out also?
Yeah, sure. You sit here. I'll go check that out.
Alright.
Whoosh. 17 again.
Alright, so unfortunately I'm going to need to get rid of this stuff up here. As you travel up this, it seems to spiral upwards for a while, before eventually coming out to a straighter path. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So it comes out into a straighter path, which opens up into this larger room, with another path immediately offshooting back towards the northeastern rather, portion of this room. And this one, you can see it was a much larger nest than the others that you found. And in this room, you see me flip the door. These creatures, they're a little bit larger than the previous wyverns you saw before. There's 2 of them. And they're each... One of them is, you see it's coming from this path up here, walking downwards. The other one was huddled up over here, but stands up and starts, you can see it starting to stand up, start walking around. These creatures, they're a bit bigger. Their wings are not attached to their front legs. They come off of their back. You can see, as you look, their scales are a bit more pronounced than the wyverns you saw before. They are, as you look, you can see, and unlike the wyverns, their scales don't seem to be eaten through. They just seem to be this very dark black color.
How wide is the passage, like the spiral passage down?
Pretty wide.
Pretty wide. Well, I really see no reason not to. We're gonna fight him anyway. Actually... Huh. Alright, well, screw it. I'll go back down and go back to the nest room.
Alright.
I'll tell them, hey, there's like really big wyverns up there, and these ones aren't rotting. They're just, really big.
What do they look like?
Well, they kind of look like wyverns, except their wings are on their back legs instead, and they've got bigger tails, and they're bigger in general.
Sounds to me more like a drake and not a wyvern.
Is there anything special about that?
Well, they are considerably stronger than these wyvern. They would be the next step in the evolution of the dragon family, I'd say.
There's not going to be like a dragon at the top of this mountain, is there?
I hope not. I haven't fought a dragon in 100 years.
I don't even think I've seen a dragon.
Oh, this just got interesting. Well, you have a plan?
Well, I was thinking they're pretty big, and this tunnel down here is kind of narrow. Maybe if we lured one of them down, we could get them stuck like those other guys in the entrance.
Alright. I like that tactic.
You want me to go try that?
Yes.
Alright. I'll go to the spiral place around near the top of it, and repeat the process with banging a stone against the wall to see if I can get 1 or 2 of them to come.
Alright. Let's see. Okay. So as you bang on the rock, you can see they turn and lock their eyes, look down your passage, and you watch as their wings unfurl. Unlike the wyverns, they seem to have the strength to still fly. So as they push off and start flying towards your direction.
Yep, I'm gonna whoop my way down the spiral place and run back to the nest area.
Alright.
And when I get to like here, I'll just make sure to bang a stone against like in here, this hallway.
Okay. So.
I'll look over at Arthur and Ellie. I think it's working.
Prepare yourself, Ellie. There's more killing to do.
Alright. So. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Yep.
13.
This is how we do it.
Bam, 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 party wipe.
Party what? Party what?
This is how we do it. It's a party wipe.
Oh God!
And we're gonna fight.
Party
Some
white
dragons, some
people in the
drakes, and some
house.
wyverns. They're gonna fuck our shit up because they are players.
Pimps,
All right,
players,
so-
Mac Daddy, East Point.
It's all about them. It's all about that cess in your chest. This the joint.
Arthur,
Oh man.
you're up first as you see these creatures start to crawl their way through the tunnel. They're pushing their way through a lot faster than the wyverns did.
At a quick glance inspection, was my assumption correct?
Roll a history check. I'm gonna go ahead and give you advantage.
Uh, 20.
As you look, you see the way their face is composed. It's not quite as narrow, or it's not quite as like broad and crunched as the wyverns. It's more narrow and lean. Their wings are coming off of their backs instead of their legs. It's not a drake. This is more like a young dragon.
Oh boy.
You want to let me go first?
No, I still have more oil pots, so on my turn I will ignite my blade and throw an oil pot, and that will be my turn.
All right. At the ground or at the dragon?
At the first one, the
Okay.
dragon. And then from that point forward, I will hold my turns so Daoji can be ahead of me in initiative.
So you chuck that, and it cracks right across this thing's chest. As it roars out, continues going towards you. Daoji,
Alright. I'm gonna say, Ellie, stay back for a second. And I'm gonna go kick his ass
Nice.
really hard. Fuck off!
Oh man,
Fuck off!
here we are.
So it's 31 points of damage, and I'm gonna take a patient defense.
all right.
Both of those would have been crits for me. Fuck. A natural 20 and a 19.
Are you staying in the hallway, or are you backing back out into the room?
No, I'm gonna stay right in front of it
All right.
in the hallway, and I'm gonna patient defense so that if it's gonna hit me, it has disadvantage.
All right. It's if they're stuck in there. It will make it harder for your party to get in and make some attacks.
Well, they're gonna.
You can always get in and get out with your attacks, man.
I know that. I'm just
Just
trying
pop
to
and
think
pop.
of how this is the best way to do it. All right, yeah, fine. I'll just fuck off then.
Oh,
Um,
I just think you'd know in character that this is they're not going to be able to get like past you. It's like a single narrow.
All right. Well, if two people can't hit them at the same time, then I'll get out, and I won't patient defense. I'll just get out instead and stand by
Okay.
Arthur.
All right. So, as the first dragon crawls its way through, I'm going to need Arthur and Daoji to make Constitution saving throw.
Not me strongest suit, but
6.
6.
6.
All right. So,
6. And Ellie got a 6, right? The fucking dynamic trio.
no,
Summon Satan.
see, LA.
Fantasy magic.
So, as the dragon steps forward, it looks around, and you can see this light blue floaty cloud-like substance come out of its nose as it breathes out. And as it passes over your bodies, you feel your muscles start to tense. So you are now currently slowed.
Oh boy.
You can't use reactions, your speed is halved, and you can't make more than one attack on your turn.
Shit.
You can use either an action or a bonus action on your turn, but not both.
Oh,
You can repeat
boy.
the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. So,
Great.
Ellie is now going to try to attack this thing. Hits it. For 9 points of damage. She rushes up. Her muscles also tense as she's slowed. You see, it's almost like she's moving in slow motion as she swings, managing to catch this thing along the jawline. But that's all she can do. We're back up to Arthur.
Yeah, from this point forward, I will hold my turn. Do I still get to make the Constitution save?
Not till the end of your turn.
Until the end of your turn, but if you want to hold your turn, you'll go after Daoji. So I'm assuming
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
you're
that's
doing.
what I'm trying to do.
Alright, so Daoji,
Alright, I'm gonna stand in front of Arthur and activate Patient Defense. And that's my turn, and I'll do the... Okay.
still slowed, unfortunately. Arthur,
Daoji's in front of me. I can't attack it, can I?
no, it's in the room with you now. You can move around him and attack it.
Well, I'm standing in front of you so you can, like, not get wrecked, but you can attack it if you want.
You know what? That I'll take that opportunity, and yeah, I'll look at the young dragon and I'll say Brazisht and fucking hit him with mutual suffering, and it will last for 4 rounds. And that's if he does any damage to me, he takes half that damage dealt as necrotic
Okay.
back to himself.
So you trace out your sign. Say that. Go ahead and make your opponent save.
13.
Not enough, unfortunately. You're still slowed. So now the dragons are going to come up. It's going to try to attack you, Arthur. I mean, not Arthur, Daoji.
Yep. Like, I put myself in front so I could tank for him this turn. He's at disadvantage.
Good thing one of its attacks was a nat 20, then it rolled a nat 1. So, with that, only one of its attacks are going to hit. For only 7 damage, too. As it bites at you, you quickly dodge out of the way. It sends one claw your way. You duck. The second one, though, manages to catch you across the chest with just a grazing wound, however. The second one has now managed to get its way into this room with you guys. But that's the end of its turn.
Not chest. Not bloody chest.
Ellie is now going to try and keep attacking that same dragon you guys have wounded. Hits it again. $10 points of damage. And now it's time for her to make a con save.
Is she slowed?
Yes. And she, but not anymore. She made it.
I thought it was only me and Arthur that got hit by that.
I said you guys need to make it. I rolled for her as well. I just didn't say it because
Okay.
she's an NPC. My bad.
No, that's okay. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, I should have made that clear. So only the one dragon went. Ellie managed to break her slow. She is now, you can see she shrugs it off and starts to. You see her movement picks up again. Daoji.
I'm just gonna keep standing in front of Arthur and patient defensing, because I need to break this shit before I can do anything. 17?
For these guys? Yeah, manages to make it.
Thank God. Since that's at my end of my turn.
Arthur. Oh, were you gonna say something?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna step forward to the one that has the oil all over it, and I am going to attempt to swing, and I will hit.
Yep, 25 definitely hits. I'm gonna do the same thing. Go ahead and add a D10 to that. And
Alright.
we'll take a D10 every turn it's on fire.
Oh man. So it takes 13 damage total.
Damage is damage. As you walk up slowly, if you slash into this thing, it catches a light. As you slash right down the chest where the oil landed. Go ahead and make your con save. Eight does not
Still a
make
slow
it.
boy.
So,
Ugh.
these guys.
Dragon used vaccine gas. You have autism.
Doesn't reach
Guys, I
over.
vaccinated my kid. Now he's slow.
So,
Ugh.
Daoji, luckily enough, doesn't get hit once. Second dragon. Trying to come up.
I dare him to attack me.
So, the one that is under your thing does move to the side and try to hit you, Arthur. Let's see. What's your AC again?
18.
So 2 of its attacks hit.
I came to bring the pain hardcore to your brain. On this necrotic damage train.
So, you're going to take 17 points of damage. And it's going to take half of that.
Yep.
8.
So,
Riggedy, riggedy, rig.
as it bites into you and claws you, you can tell it immediately recoils, growling and howling in pain.
My blood is now poisonous to it.
As though you see Daoji ducking and weaving this other young dragon, Ellie, gonna come and try to attack the wounded one. She is now no longer slowed. Manages to hit him once again. Just averaging one to go this time. So for 13 points of damage. She walks up the first one, bouncing off of its hide. The second one manages to find purchase. Daoji, back up to you.
Alright, let's focus these guys down one at a time. So I'm gonna go over to the one Arthur's fighting. I'm gonna open up a can of whoop ass. No, I'm not. I'm really not, though. 15 probably doesn't
You're still
hit,
shrugging
does
off the
Unfortunately,
effects, man.
15 does not hit.
it? Oh god, I feel like I'm wasting ki when I do that. So I'm gonna punch it once for
At least
max
you got
damage.
max damage.
13
One
damage,
punch.
and it needs to make a 15 dex save.
Alright. Doesn't manage to make the save.
Yep, I one punch so hard I do a falcon uppercut, and just no. What it is I leap up and I do a backflip kick into it so hard that it like dazes it and sends it on the ground for a second.
Yep. So as you're trying to throw punches at this thing, your hands are just cracking against the hide. The scales
Ow.
just cracking your knuckles as you say, fuck this. You do a front flip, sending your 2 feet slamming into the back of this thing's head as it just crumples to the ground, dazed.
Arthur, murder it.
Arthur, it's your go.
Well, I am still slowed, so
Oh shit! Fuck, I forgot.
yeah.
Yep, but you do have advantage.
But I have advantage, so.
Unfortunately, neither of those hit.
Oh my god.
And the fucking con save.
But now you're no longer slowed. So,
I'm not? Oh wow, yeah.
No.
I nat 20'd that, so.
No, you were only, for these guys, you were only looking for... Yeah, you beat it.
Wait, what?
What?
What was his con save? I didn't see it.
25.
Yeah, nat 20.
Oh.
No, that wasn't my con save. That was.
Oh,
You
what
only
was the
attack
25?
once.
What did I roll?
Either way, both of those pass anyways. So,
I think I spammed a
Oh, you
extra
probably-
attack out. Yeah, on
okay.
accident.
alright. So, as you clink off of this thing's hide, you can feel control of your body returning to you. You guys are no longer slowed. Dragons. Rolled a 6. So, now I need everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Haha.
Oh boy.
Oh.
My dex save.
Do I have advantage on it? No. Does that pass?
For these guys, yes.
Alright. So I take no damage from whatever it's doing.
10.
Arthur does not pass. So, as this thing opens its mouth now and lets out this, it's not even like a breath, it's almost like a vomit. There's this green,
Oh, but I have resistance.
you do have resistance, so you're only going to take half damage. There's this green corrosive goo just spits out of its mouth, out from underneath its tongue, spraying across you guys. Daoji kick flips off the wall and avoids all of it. However, Arthur,
I yell at him, Arthur, use your swords, they'll help you.
half of 33 damage, Arthur. So,
Oh boy. I put my sword in front of my face.
so you take
I
16
win.
points of damage as you try to block most of this, but thankfully, as it sprays across your face and body, the potion you drank manages to just, manages to take the brunt of this.
I don't
As
even
you
act
can
like the potion did. I said, see, swords work, man. Ugh.
So you can feel it just singeing your skin, burning into it. The second
The
dragon.
swords are cool.
Now the second dragon is going to come around and try to attack you with its claws. Your armor class is 18, right?
Yeah.
So
Is it the one that I hit with the chronic?
no, that one just sprayed you with acid.
Oh.
Wait, so that means it would
Yeah,
take half of.
he would take half damage as
16.
well.
Wait, no, it takes 16 because you have resistance. You originally took 33. I think that's how that works.
I took
I don't-
half,
Is that how that works?
but it still dealt 33
Yeah,
damage.
until I read more on it, we're going to say that's how that works for now.
Okay.
I don't want to get bogged down right now looking that up, so I'm just going to make the call and then look it up later. So it's down to that. Yeah, this thing's starting to look pretty rough. As it sprays you, you can see it recoil as your minds are now linked, and it feels the pain that it's dealing to you.
That was the last turn or round for mutual suffering, I believe. 4 rounds.
Yeah, I think so, but still, you got off like 20-something damage with it. And it,
Yeah.
so, and the second one hit you twice, so it's going to do...
Gonna hurt me, that's what.
As it claws into your back, you suffer. Damn. It rolled almost nearly max damage. 27 points of damage.
Whoa.
as it just
Good thing you're tough.
as it just
Yep.
strakes its claws down your back, trying to bite into you, but you manage to break away from its grasp and twirl out of the way, pirouetting. Ellie is going to try and finish the one dragon off. Hitting it both times. For 25 points of damage. Unfortunately, that's not enough to do it. As she slashes this thing across the back, stabbing into its hindquarters. You can see this thing's barely managing to keep itself up, but it's still alive. Back up to you, Daoji.
Alrighty. Let's hope I do better this time. The 16 hit?
16 just barely misses.
Alright. So it takes 21 points of damage, and
this
it needs to make a
the-
dex save.
The one
The
nearly
one that
dead or the
Arthur's
healthy
attacking.
one? Okay.
The one that's nearly dead, I guess.
Okay. So it doesn't need to make a save because you killed it.
Yep. As I'm dodging its super vomit, I just go and send a roundhouse kick to the side of its head and slam it against the side of the stone wall.
Yeah, and as you do so, you feel its skull cracking beneath the weight of your foot. And as it slams into the side of the wall, it stumbles for a moment before tipping over onto its side, breathing its last few labored breaths. Arthur.
Oh man. Well, now I am free to attack fucking normally. I will, how's the other one looking? The one that's still alive?
Still pretty healthy.
That's the one that, or never mind, I'm not linked to it anymore.
No.
Yeah, so, is it the one that's on fire?
No,
Yes.
the one we just. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, we've been completely fucking forgetting about that.
Yeah, we have been, so I'm gonna...
I think it's only been 2 rounds.
Yeah. Either way, yeah, this one's still pretty healthy.
Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna walk up and, I'll hit it with gall and hope I can, hurt it. Nope, nope.
Unfortunately not.
God damn.
You gall
What a
this thing, but
fucking waste.
they're hardy creatures.
They are.
As you
Yep,
try to
that's-
slash into it, you can't find purchase through its scales.
That's why we can't hit them.
And, a D10 anyways, right?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and give you the D10.
2 damage, wow. It's not even a burn, it's a sizzle.
Alright, so.
Oh, bacon?
Dragon bacon. My favorite.
Unfortunately, it does get its breath back.
Yay!
Can't wait to be slow again.
So. No, it's going to try and do damage again. I'm going to need you guys to do another dex save.
Yeah. Crit.
Daoji.
I airbend and send the vomit
Wow.
away from me.
Nope, yep, I'm taking another fucking
What happens
acid
is
spray.
what happens is when it vomits at me, Daoji reels back a key punch and shoots it forward.
You're not going to
and-
believe. Ellie also crit that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, alright, so Ellie's standing behind me, right? And when it vomits, Daoji sends out a key punch, and it literally creates like a V where the air force just splits it around me and Ellie.
Fair enough. I'll give
Oh,
it to you.
man.
So,
Yeah.
Arthur, as its
Yeah,
thing,
I'm just standing there like a fucking spud, just...
as its tongue curls backwards, almost like that of a viper, and the poison or the corrosive acid sprays.
Not again. But resistance, so I'll take half of whatever mighty damage it dishes
Half
out.
of 36.
Damn.
So 18 points of damage as the
Oh.
acid covers your body. What part? Luckily enough, you guys created and bought potions for this.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm not feeling so well, guys.
So,
Alright, we'll take another lunch break.
this is supper break.
Yeah, no,
dinner
I'm
break.
gonna need a long. I'm at 40 health.
Oh no, man! If we take a long rest, then we're gonna lose the potion.
Yeah, and I don't have any more supplies.
I'll give you my health potion if you want it.
Alright, yeah. I'll drink 2
Daoji
and then
is very much
burn my
better
hit
at
dice.
dodging these than you are.
Yep.
I've
So,
only taken 9 damage.
Ellie is going to try to hit this thing. Doesn't manage to hit it. She's slashing at this thing, bouncing right off its armor. Daoji.
Alright, let's see if we can fix that. Crit.
Yeah.
Crit.
Oh my god. The
Wow.
17
Hits, right?
barely manages to hit, yeah.
So it's
So-
going to take an extra 9 points of damage on top of that. So 43. And it needs to make 2 dex saving throws to be knocked down.
Alright.
Knock him down. Knock him down.
And
Knock
Daoji
him
just,
down.
he's just flying
First
through the
one's a
air,
crit.
kicking it and beating the shit out of it.
It manages to pass its dex saves, but still, as you fly forward, just sending punch after punch, kicking this thing, sending a knee up right into the bottom of its chin, knocking it, snapping its head backwards. It's starting to look bloody now.
And Daoji's like, that is disgusting.
Arthur,
I'm gonna hit it with my last gall, cause fuck it, I need this thing to die. Oh,
both of those hit.
nice.
Hey.
nice.
Nice.
So that's some
fucking nice.
extra-
13.
That's a
was,
lot of damage. 20,
43 plus
43
13.
plus 13.
56.
56.
Oh
yeah,
my
is
God.
it dead? Is it dead?
How do you want to do this, Arthur?
Oh man, Arthur has been fucking melting because of acid. So he just walks up without any grace at all, and he's not gracefully fighting, he's fucking hacking and slashing and killing with anger.
Yeah, so
And
this thing...
yeah, he just chops without clean cuts at all. This thing is suffering and dying horribly.
Yeah, you just walk up and start hacking and slashing. As this thing topples to the ground, one of your hits manages to cut straight through its larynx as you cut and slash. Blood everywhere, worms falling out of this thing, out from underneath its hide. Good job,
And
guys.
Arthur collapses and lays down.
And so you do.
Daoji just walks over and is like, Arthur, are you okay?
Oh, no, not in the least.
Did you shave?
Yeah, I had a very close shave. Down to skin. Past the skin.
I noticed most of your beard gone.
Fucking hate this country.
Here, I'll hand him my health potion.
Thank you. Oh, shit. Hold on, I'm doing maths. Quick maths.
Quick maths.
Do you want me to add that up for you? I got a calculator right here.
No, I've got it. Oh, no. And then 44 plus 4. And another one. Plus 27.
These rolls are not in your favor tonight.
I am back to full health, baby.
Yeah.
Do you get galls and stuff back on short rests?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And I get my key back.
That's why I burned it. That's why I fucking spent it. We were taking a short rest anyways. I'm like, fuck it.
Yep.
I
This
guess I
thing
might as
needs
well.
to die.
Back in 97.
I just burnt.
I have an ability where I
7
can just take an
also.
action to get 36 health back. It's really nice, man.
Yeah.
I don't really need health potions most of the time.
It's basically a free health potion.
Like a super health potion.
I now have no hit dice.
It's alright. I think we're getting close to the end of this fucking cavern.
It's possible.
Well, We'll see.
It's possible.
I mean, if we're
Oh
not, we
boy.
can find some cubby hole to sleep in for the night.
Oh well, I'm back to full health now, so whatever we gotta do, we're gonna do it.
What did that drop? What did that drop you to?
I was all the way down at 35.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
Even with tough, you're just a fucking
I
pain
know.
magnet.
Well, I didn't go back up to full health on our
Oh,
on that short rest we did. I
oh,
went up to like 114 or something like that. But every time I light my sword, I take a minus 12 to my max HP, so my health drops anyways.
I see.
But when I extinguish it, I get that 12 back also. So like I put a little bit of myself into every flame.
Because you do.
I do. You want to call it a night here
Oh no,
and
I'm good to keep going if you want to.
pick it up Friday? Well, I have to go to sleep. I still have work in the morning.
We can do that if you want.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh man.
Because, yeah, it might take you a minute. Might take you a minute to get through the rest of this.
Yeah, I'm already tired and I have to be up at 4 anyways.
There's not much left, but you guys, you know what's at the end of this.
Yep.
Also, does Arthur check out the corpses of these like he did the wyverns at all?
Yes. Well, I saw the worms fall out of them when I was hacking that one up,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I can do that real quick after
Roll a
taking a
survival
rest
check.
and everything.
I'll go ahead and give you advantage since you've been dealing with this stuff. You kind of have an idea of what to look for.
19.
You find a lot of the same. The worms, however, there's one thing that's noticeably different. While you do find the worms throughout, just underneath the hide and in the brains, it doesn't seem like the hide's been eaten through. And as you look, you find a couple of unmolested scales. They seem to be, as you take them apart and look them over, they have the same texture and quality of copper. The rest of it was black, though, and it seems as if the copper has been tarnished. For what you're gathering, it seems like these worms are getting in them and feeding off of the metals that create their scales. And much like heartworm or another disease like rabies, they get into their mind, start eating off of that as well.
Okay. So yeah, with that, I'll say, yeah, this is a serious parasite infestation.
What is it? Like, where did it come from?
I honestly don't know. I know of the worm, but hard to say where they come from. Well, actually, what would I know where they come from
Hmm.
since I know what the worm is?
Roll a history check.
Oh, nice. I'm proficient in history. I've set Arthur up to be like an
Yeah.
investigator, like
So, like you said, it's kind of hard to say. There's a lot of different origin points. Sometimes they infest mines, and you've heard of, back where you come from, you've heard of miners, or you've heard some people complaining here. They'll dig out a tunnel, and sometimes their ores or the ores they find are infested with these things, and they've already tarnished, or rusted, and gone to waste. So sometimes it can come from there. Sometimes it can just be, they can just find their way into these creatures' layers, but other times it may be like uh it may come through outside sources. Some dragons may get, it's not unheard of for dragons to get followers that may accidentally or otherwise get tarnished pieces of these of treasures or golds or silvers that dragons like that have been infested by these worms, or much like a dog, it may be in they may have eaten something. Some dragons are known to eat ores. As much, some dragons are known to eat ores and precious metals as they are to eat people or other living things. Sometimes it's from their food source. Either way, it seems to originate mostly from these things, much like how regular worms, eat waste on the surface of the earth. Some worms eat off of ores within mines.
These worms, they're known to infest certain veins of rich minerals, particularly metals. Some miners find them. They don't really know where they come from. All that we know is they're a worm. They come from the earth. And it seems that maybe if there is a dragon at the end of this, either a follower gave them something that was inhabited by these worms, or somebody brought one in, maybe. I have a
Yeah.
few suspicions.
It's kind of
Now.
exciting. I've never seen a dragon before.
I wouldn't be so excited if I was you.
Hmm.
It's a shame. This nest seems to be of the metallic dragons, like I said before. They are not known to harbor malice in any way. They're actually the more temperamental of dragons.
Well, if they have worms in their brains, I don't think there's any helping them.
Clearly not.
Oh well,
Alright.
we're at least doing them a service.
We're doing everything a service at this point. And with that,
Is
yeah,
that what you want to call it?
yeah, I'm tired.